So, there are very many churches that combine, they merge Western churches, only rely on Western, rely on only African, and some churches do not rely on Western or spirituality alone to solve their problem. USTP's center rely on all sciences and African science that can solve, like, let's say you have you've contracted HIV. It is advisable for you to take your medication. We are not in the, much as we are in the business of, we can pray for you that God can heal you and you have faith, but we are also for the stance that you should take your medication, because medication is also healing. Like HIV and AIDS, it's very hard for people to have testimonies that they have been healed by a faith healer, because HIV is not like any other disease. If you have a very high load of the virus, you can go for prayer and you still find yourself sick. Yes. But if you have a very low load of the virus, like somebody, you go and do testing and then you're positive, but you're not very, it's a very weak positive. Then you go for prayer and then you go for testing again. Then they tell you you're negative. Then you think now you are healed. You see, that's the problem of some of these HIV testings people go for. They just go to know whether they are positive or negative. They don't go to the next level to know how much particles of the virus they have in the body if they are positive. You see, that's what should be understood about HIV. And so we personally, we stand on Western science and African science. Yes, and that's who Queers TPS is. That's why we're the Queering Science Theology. When it comes to theology, we are a person who is trying to pretend to be a woman. So you find them, they just have transphobia inflicted on them. But if they sat down and did the science, oh my friend, they will not even accuse, they'll even love trans women. Yes, because they're a special kind of women. They will love trans men. So this is why we work with LGBTQ affirming ministries, we work with LGBTQ affirming churches, we work with LGBTQ affirming leaders. That's why we even support the Obama Foundation. Yes, we support it. Reason being, Obama has clearly said through his foundation, they will not discriminate anybody on the basis of sexual orientation. And that is what we need. And I know the world looks very hopeless right now because of the confusion and the chaos and the violence, the psychological violence, and the words and all of these verbal problems we are having because of sexuality, and even now political wrangles. I know it's so much, but let's not lose hope. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Have you been in a tunnel and you see light at the end of the tunnel, but before you get to the light, there is mud, there are stones, there are obstacles, there are thorns. Yes, that's where we are. We are seeing the light, but we can't get there until we go through these hurdles, these obstacles, these mental illnesses, all of these struggles. But we stand firm with hope that truly one day there is light at the end of the tunnel and we'll get there. Remember what Boys to Men sang? I will get there. I will get there somehow. Cross that river. Nothing stopping me. I will get through the night and make it through to the other side. Get there. Get there. Get there. So viva affirming churches, LGBT affirming churches. we are the new independent, African independent churches, or we are the new independent churches for the 21st century. And it's an exciting time. I can't wait when the affirming churches are established and they... All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Let's go. We will get there somehow.